Hello and Assalamu alaikum. This is Mohammed Rafay Jangda and this is my BDA project video. So my project is number 3. So it's a comparison between 3 technologies that are Spark SQL, Apache Drill, and Hive QL. Moving on about the data set description. So it's a Spanish high-speed train service data set, and the data size of it is around 1.5 GB, and it has around like 700,000, more than 700,000 rows. So start off with the project. So we'll be starting off with the Hive deployment. So the number 1 step is the preparation of Docker Compose file for Hive. And I have used this Git repo of Big Data Europe. So this is the compose file having all the configurations related to Hive. Second step is the preparation of containers. This is the screenshot of what I did on the CLI using Docker. And then Docker Compose upd. And moving on, the third step is to copying files from local machine to container. And after successfully it is done, we have to get the files from containers into HDFS into Hadoop, because the base database is Hadoop. So this is the screenshot, and these are all the commands used. Moving further, the fifth step is the creation of table and then querying into Hive. And this is the screenshot of it, and then multiple queries on Hive interface. So these are all of them, selecting all from the data sets, then doing the count, then average, aggregated functions, distinct, and all that majorly, using where clauses, using cluster by, and using all of the data sets. So the screenshots have all the execution time and everything. Moving further, second technology is Spark. I have followed the same steps that were used for Hive. So the number 1 step is the preparation of Docker Compose file. So this is the file for Docker Compose, then preparation of containers to run the Spark, then copying local files from machine to container, and then HDFS, and then running querying. So I have used all the queries which were done on Hive and then on Spark to see the comparison. So exactly same queries, all of them. And finally, the third technology is Apache Drill. And the number 1 step is the composition of compose file. And then I have altered this compose file so that it can be used with Hadoop. So this is the second compose file which will be used. Then the preparation of containers, and then copying the files and using the HDFS. And then the difference in this is that we have to alter a configuration file on its UI, and setting up its connection and enablement and location and all that, and setting up the schema as well, then doing the query. So it has a different syntax than Hive and Spark. So I have also done all the queries. And the final step is the comparison between all the technologies. So this is kind of a front end of what exactly the queries were used, and the technology, and their execution time. As we can see that Hive is excellent when it comes to aggregated functions. And if we talk about populating all the data together, then Spark is the winner over here. And Drill is a bit complex when we have to use multiple and complex kind of data sets. Apart from that, this was the end of my report. Apart from that, these are the repositories of different technologies. This is Drill, this is Spark and Hive. It has all the files related to it, and the all of the configuration and all of the usability is done on Docker interfaces. So thank you, and Allah Hafiz.